Ever feel like you're being watched? A lot of the time, you are. Surveillance is an increasingly pertinent issue in the UK. Anything from phone tapping to CCTV cameras. People are watching.
We're here in City University's Northampton Square to find out whether people feel like they're under surveillance. What do they think of the recent news story about surveillance drones? Do they feel like they're being watched?
There is so many forms of surveillance we don't even know about, such as Oyster cards, new travel cards, and like the new bank cards with top-up stuff in it. And look, there's a camera looking at us right now up there.
ID cards,
around.
The new ID cards that have been released.
Driving license chips inside.
Even if you're driving and you're driving into London or out of London, M25 alone's got about 6 cameras every 500 yards. On top of that, you're looking at obviously
messages have GPS, so you can
exactly.
If we can locate people, can they locate us?
I mean, I can see the argument for why it's gone too far and why there are way too many surveillance cameras. I pay a lot of attention to human rights organisations and what they've got to say on the issue, and in a lot of ways I agree, but at the same time I do think if that can be used to kind of foil an attack or catch a criminal, maybe to catch that one person, maybe it's worth it. And I think in this day and age you do have to kind of compromise civil liberties issues, so maybe it is worth it, but I'm undecided.
Because, for instance, like that Child's Play case where that kid got run over the tracks, surveillance was only helped to find the kids that did it. Otherwise we would never known who done it. So if there weren't surveillance, we would never know these kind of things either, about who the criminals are and what they do.
Too much surveillance in the university, in a way it's pretty useful to the students and to the university as well, because according to my opinion it would help against crime and anything that happens against the students, like the attacks that took place like 2 months ago on the students. Enough surveillance could have had made things go the other way, but still that happened. So I think I would support surveillance cameras being installed all around the university.
I just find that we're all, rather than becoming a community, we're all sort of getting more against each other because of the fact that people are surveying too much.
Personally, I think the surveillance society, it's a bit much, but they're kind of, I can appreciate why there are cameras everywhere, because in the interest of deterring crime, I mean the CCTV cameras often have spotted some like nefarious behavior and help people solve investigations. At the same time, I'm not sure how comfortable I am with, apparently if you walk around one day in London, your image appears on 6,000 different cameras in one day, and I don't know how comfortable I am with having my image all over the place up for general consumption. It's a little creepy, but I think it's one of those things that it's easy to kind of ignore if you just don't think about it. Ignorance is bliss.
To conclude though, I will personally say that it's a bit too much surveillance. I think if they shorten it up a little bit, maybe a few less cameras, a little less paranoia in the world, it will be a more safer and better place for each other.
The answers remain unclear. Should we have more surveillance or less? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Responses here at City University have definitely been divided. There is one thing, however, you can be sure of. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, somebody, somewhere, is watching.